Hello, welcome to this update. So let's see what's happening with the storm near Japan. We have tropical storm Nakri, severe tropical storm Nakri, passing just east of Japan, and it expected to become a typhoon by later today into tomorrow. So this is a strengthening tropical storm near the east coast of Japan. It will head out to sea, so don't worry much in Japan. But be careful because it's very close by. There might be some dangerous swells and rip currents already affecting the islands of Japan, especially along the east coast and southern Japan as well. Some dangerous rip currents and some big waves. So be careful. And also, this is very close by. It's bringing a few storms and some showers there in the east coast, especially near Shima, Osaka, more areas. So be aware, especially like today, a few spots near the coast. Tokyo won't get much, but does show like near the coast, not in Tokyo itself, but further into the coast, a few storms tomorrow from this. So be careful. And after this passes, there'll be another front in the Sea of Japan with more rain around most of central Japan this time, Tuesday, that there into Wednesday. And later, possibly another one, an extra tropical feature by the 16th there in Japan and South Korea. But there's still some time before that, so be aware of the system there. It will head out to sea and strengthen to a typhoon further out to sea and then go out into the Pacific. So be aware of some dangerous rip currents, but you won't make landfall. The models are just going out to sea. So here in the future, in the Western Pacific, does show like there's the tropical storm there now. It goes out to sea later. The GFS tries to form another one just north of Guam. So this goes there. The GFS is drunk again and takes this into Taiwan as a big monster. So don't even look at that. But there's the European, shows Nakri near Japan now. This goes. Later's not really forming anything else, but it tries to get something going by October 24th, like the Central Western Pacific, and then it goes away as well. So it's not really forming anything else close to land. There's the Canadian model, shows the storm near Japan, it goes away now. It does try to form one near the Philippines and Guam by the 17th. It goes into southern China and does try to form another one near the Philippines later. So the Canadian model sometimes can be bullish too, but I would trust the euro, but I would say there's still a slight probability of another system in this general area between Guam and the Philippines later this month or further north. So we'll keep watching. The icon is not very good at tropical cyclones either, but it does form another tropical storm north of the Philippines near Taiwan by the 19th and goes there in the same area as the Canadian model. So most most of the models are trying to form something, just the European is not quite there yet, but it does form something further out to sea and goes away. So still watching the Western Pacific later this month, but for now, nothing that concerning. And the rain accumulation next 5 days in Japan shows a few storms from this tropical storm now, and later the fronts across central Japan later this week, close to 70, even 98 millimeters. A few areas, even like South Korea, because these fronts come from China, close to 100 millimeters in South Korea, and more spots near the east coast of Japan, near like Tokyo, not in the sea, but further in the coast, 72 millimeters, and these areas there. So be careful if you are in these islands, like the Izu Islands, Hachijo, Kozushima, this storm will pass right over you, especially in Hachijo and Aogashima. If you are in these islands, please have your preparations done because this storm might pass right over you soon. So be careful, especially the heavy rain and storms tonight until Monday. This goes away by Monday afternoon. So the rain accumulation might be close to 100 millimeters or even more in a few of these islands. So be careful in those areas, especially wind gusts, like some damaging winds as this comes, because it will already be a typhoon strength probably. So it shows 130 km per gust in a few of these islands tonight into Monday, even higher in a few spots. So stay safe in those islands. Please be careful. It shows as well, like later this week, in spots of Japan, especially South Korea, the show Tuesday to Wednesday. Some Hargus in China, especially central northern China, those areas. Tuesday, Wednesday spots of Tibet, but especially Thursday. Not showing much in Japan itself, but as those fronts come by, show some stronger winds in the ocean near Japan. Then Friday, then the European does have a stronger system later by the 18th in the Sea of Japan, but it's still far out. So be aware, those areas, be careful. And there in Southeast Asia, it's slightly different situation. So, kind of officially, the monsoon has ended in a few spots of northern India into northwestern India, Pakistan. It has almost ended there, but southern India still heavy rain because of like the remnants of the monsoon energy going further south now and the Indian Ocean. So that show more than 100 millimeters a few spots southwestern India, Sri Lanka. So be careful. Those showers and storms might be strong, but especially if you are in the Maldives there. Shows you like 200 millimeters central Maldives, a few islands, Male 178. So there might be some strong showers and storms in those areas next week or so. So be careful that area is very tropical and has showers and storms year round. But this week might be very heavy, especially central Maldives. So in these storms, be careful with gusty winds, like some rough seas as well, and lightning, strong winds, and even flooding if a storm is big enough. So stay safe. Shows here like just passing showers and storms most days. So stay safe in those areas. Shows like across the rest of Southeast Asia into Indonesia, Malaysia, some 80 millimeters, 60, 70, a few areas, 92 even, the west coast of Sumatra close to 100. So be careful in those areas. Southern Indonesia is still quite fine, but already some showers trying to spread into northern Australia as the spring comes. So we're already watching these areas as it transitions further south, but still mainly around Indonesia, the Philippines, where most of the moisture is located. But some more showers, the Solomon Islands as well, and a few storms. So be careful around Guam and Palau, in those areas, more showers and storms passing by, especially because of the tropical wave that might develop near Guam or not. So be careful there. And showers and storms in the Philippines as usual. So be careful. And on Thailand, Cambodia, close to 90 millimeters in a few spots. So continue to be careful there. Those showers and storms. And shows central China, more than 200 millimeters from those strong fronts there next 5 days, the GFS as well. So stay safe in those areas. The really dry spots here are still the Middle East, Central Asia, a few portions, and Central Russia is kind of dry now. But Western Russia, a trough with a few fronts, and like Northeastern Russia still. So be aware, the Middle East does show like a storm or two in the mountains in Yemen, but like very little, some 4 to 5 millimeters, 8 millimeters, so nothing too crazy. And a few storms in the Black Sea and Turkey with rain and snow. So stay safe. Shows like snow here especially across Turkey through the Caucasus, some 26 centimeters or even more, Azerbaijan, especially in the Caucasus and most of eastern Turkey in the mountains. Does show there in the Tian Shan mountains a little bit more snow, spots in Kyrgyzstan into China. So be aware in the Himalayas slightly less because the moisture has retreated a little bit, but still shows northern Bhutan, Nepal into China, a little bit of snow. So be aware. And the Himalayas were very beautiful these days. The people were seeing it from very far. So yeah, but still some snow in a few areas possible. But most of the snow now is further north into Mongolia, Russia. So like some 13 centimeters, most of Mongolia, southern Russia, a few spots, northern China might have some too. It shows northeastern Russia, where most of the snow is at northeasternmost areas into Alaska, Russia. It shows like spots there in the Kamchatka Peninsula, more spots, but especially northern Siberia there. Shows some snow in western Russia, few spots there, and more specific small areas with snow western Russia, especially like a few areas because of the trough. It shows southwestern Russia near Kazakhstan. The mountains in far eastern Kazakhstan might have some snow, so be careful. And yeah, those temperatures are still pretty cold across northern Russia, those areas, and spots there in Siberia, so be careful. It shows like in the south it's still hot, like China, India, Pakistan, very tropicalish. And then during the day, it does increase in the Middle East, some 37, 38 degrees, a few spots there. It's better than before, the heat, but still somewhat hot. And like during the night, the cold does come as far south as northern China, Mongolia, northern Kazakhstan. Russia is alright, a few spots like minus 25 degrees Celsius, even southern Russia, southeastern areas, and the Tibet plateau, of course, very cold, those elevations. So be aware those areas and stay safe. Let's see if there's something interesting here, especially like let's see if the northern hemisphere. So let's see the temperature anomaly. So the show like there's the Arctic Ocean right here, the North Pole, and here's Russia, right where these purple colors are. So there's these anomalies of above average temperatures there near the Arctic, and this is pushing some colder air towards Russia and already bringing more snow. So and there are some different climate and weather patterns that are causing this. I don't remember all of them right now, but these anomalies near the Arctic, in terms of pressure anomalies and temperature, are causing this cold to get pushed further into Russia and Mongolia and Central Asia, those areas. So this is the GFS, shows like these below average temperatures continue. They push further into Mongolia, northern China, and later by like late October, it does show slightly above average Central Russia, but still cold. Still some cold waves in a few areas. And then does show even to like Central Northern Europe by late October, slightly below average. So still watching these patterns, but be aware those areas. So it shows here the actual temperatures. It does increase during the day slightly, especially further west, but in the east, where this cold air is, still shows like, especially Siberia's some minus 23 degrees Celsius, more spots minus 13, so very cold into like between Kazakhstan and Mongolia, those mountains, northern China. So be careful with frost, snow, and everything. And you are already kind of very used to it in those areas, but please be careful. Shows across southern Russia into those areas there, minus 19 and everything. Wednesday, Thursday, and this cold continues. Might get even colder into central Mongolia later next week. So be aware, and Siberia, those areas. So stay safe and still be careful in the south with moderate heat near the tropics there. So stay safe and be careful. Let's see if there's something else. So does show for some wind here. Still shows like spots in the Middle East, a day or two, some strongest northerly on Monday, tomorrow in the Caspian Sea, and there are these areas that have some strongest northern China, Mongolia, because of those low pressure systems, and just be aware as always. So stay safe, be careful that typhoon near Japan and other things. So stay safe.